Hello my friends, welcome back to Inner Sphere Wars. It is once again COD against White. If you need a reminder, of course, COD represents Steiner, and White is part of the Free Worlds League. And last time White got smashed. there's no easy way to sugarcoat it, but we have a rematch here, and I hope White wins. Genuinely hope that he wins. So on this map, both lances start really far away from each other, and the main point of contention is this giant volcanic island in the middle here, with what looks like a miniature volcano.
Ready, set, waiting for orders. Lifting up.
So you want to get a move on, obviously.
Understood.
Okay. So there's not going to be any action for a little while here because it's quite a big map. So it's going to be a while before they close in on this middle island, and you don't really have much choice but to try and fight for the middle island or contest it, unless you are going for like a long-range strategy, in which case you might be better served by, if you see these side areas here to the left and right, these side islands, you can use them for LOS blocking, and you can nail someone with LRMs while their brawlers traipse across the water to try and get at you. And the water is a very effective weapon against short-range mechs because they have to jump to get any real speed across water. If you are trying to sprint across water, of course, you barely move further than if you'd have just walked. So you see here, jumping really gets you a lot more movement. So it would seem that COD here is very carefully moving his mechs forward. He's not going full speed here. Whether that comes to bite him in the butt or not, that's going to be another story, because obviously your opponent may be sprinting for the island right now, and there's a lot of optimal terrain up there. You've got LOS blockers, you've got the forest to play with. Of course, the water has its own charm for mechs that are high on energy weapons and low on heat sinks, like the Quick Draw actually has like 6 medium lasers, and they generate a lot of heat, and the Quick Draw cannot sink that heat, so it can work out quite nicely to be in the water. He's also got a Grasshopper, and that's and an Awesome. Okay, Quick Draw, Grasshopper, and Awesome are all mechs that run super mega hot. So maybe COD does want to play the water on this one. Especially since, you know, most of them are jump capable as well. Okay. Slowly, slowly, slowly. It normally takes like 4 or 5 rounds to get contact on this map, just because it's so big and because you start complete other sides of it. So you can see COD here is just biding his time while he waits for his opponent to move. He brought a hatchet man along, so he's going to have to listen to that highly irritating wood donk noise for the entirety of this combat.
10-4. What can I do for you?
Okay. What he's trying to do is he's trying to jump forward, maintaining maximum defensiveness.
Roger.
Unfortunately, the Awesome is not mobile, so it's always gonna be vulnerable. Oh, this is a missile awesome. This is not the... I presumed it was the energy awesome. It still runs hot, but it's the missile awesome, not the triple PPC one that people will be mostly familiar with. So that changes things slightly, but it makes sense to keep it at the back if it's going to be the missile awesome. This is a perfect time to get a drink, by the way, while we're waiting for contact to begin. Or, of course, you guys have the benefit of being able to just speed up the video. Not that I'm suggesting that you skip my my monologue here, but you can always fast forward the video past the setup phase. Alright, so he's made it to the island. Well, not a surprise that his opponent would already be here. Now this is where it gets interesting.
Standing by.
Okay, so we can immediately tell from that move that COD plans to sweep left.
Good to go.
Since a lot of these mechs are jump capable, he does have some leeway to sort of not run up onto the island and still be able to jump up there if he needs to. Alright, he's trying to work out what those mechs are. 65 tons, maybe a catapult? Is catapult 65 or 60? Jaeger mech is 65. I always forget the exact tonnages of certain heavies because they're just not very good. Catapult especially. Only having 2 missile hardpoints really hurts it as a missile system in HBS's BattleTech.
I got a sensor trace.
75 tons. Black Knight, maybe? Black Knight would be really powerful on this map, but not on the island. You want to play the water if you've got a Black Knight. Unless you're planning to just use it as a tank to just soak damage. Well, we'll see. I'm not sure what the optimal strategy will be until I know what the Op 4 is. You know, I would say that COD here has got the lance that better plays the water than the island. But he's also got a lot of jump capability as well, which also jump generates heat. So that befits the water as well. He's got the missile awesome instead of the PPC awesome, but still that would play the water pretty well also.
No sweat.
I'm presuming that his general strategy would be to brawl with his 3 brawl with the Grasshopper, the Hatchet Man, and the Quick Draw, and keep the Awesome in the rear. Okay, so it's an Orion. Keep the Awesome in the rear just to provide fire support. White has not played ultra defensively here. He's actually sprinted, it would seem, or just moved, because that Orion's not braced. However, COD's Awesome is out of range, so I don't think he'll be able to use his LRMs here to get some free hurt on the Orion. Luckily for White, because if his Awesome was further forward, I think COD could get some free damage here by bombarding it with the Awesome. LRM 15, 60 damage each, so, you know, potential 120 damage there. can't see an Orion with one evasion token dodging many missiles. I'm not sure how I feel about White moving that medium up like that. That seems really exposed to me.
Got a lock.
And I think COD would be well within his rights to missile bombard that, even though it's not such an easy hit as the Orion would be. Alright, has he got a pair of Wolverines, maybe? 2 Wolverines and an Orion. What the? I don't know why you're complaining, you should be fine. Okay. There's our 4th mech. White is like, question mark, I don't know. I don't know either, mate. Alright, so COD has accidentally braced one of his mechs here with no evasion. I don't really think that that matters, though. Alright, mate, don't cry so hard. Jesus. I don't think it matters. I guess he wanted to use the Awesome to do some missile bombardment, but I don't think White is in any position to punish the exposed Awesome here. I don't think he can even see it. And honestly, just moving forward into that mess is probably exactly what COD wants, so... all to play for at the moment, I think, and I wouldn't say any player has got a particularly better situation right now. But I don't think it's wise for White to force a short-range engagement here with all these jumpy energy mechs. Unless he can somehow focus down the Grasshopper. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure you want to attack here as White. I'm not 100% certain on what the standard loadout of these Wolverines is, but I'm pretty sure that they're mid-range, mid to long range-ish kind of mechs. The thing is, the Quick Draw is entirely a short-range mech. It's 6 medium lasers and an SRM-6, I believe. The Hatchet Man is also pretty short-range. And the Grasshopper is, you know, it's lasers and small lasers, so that's really short-range. I think White would be very wise to maintain his distance here, even with the Assault Mech being a long-range mech. So you'd want to close on the Awesome, but you don't want to go through 3 Brawlers to do it.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, he's just going to move his Awesome and forsake using it. Which is fine. I don't know if I'd have done that or whether I would try to obtain a missile lock on something. Thing is, sensor lock still provides you with sight of a unit, even if it moves. So you sensor lock somebody and they move their mech to re-establish their evasion tokens. Doesn't get rid of the effect that they that you can see them. Okay, Orion's moving up. Makes sense. Can't engage this turn. I don't know what the fourth mech is. Well, I don't know what two of the mechs are. We know that there's a Wolverine and an Orion. The second 55 tonner could be a Shadowhawk for all I know.
Waiting for orders.
Whatever happens, this is going to get ugly soon. Alright, this Grasshopper is actually sort of mid to long range version.
Engaging jump jet.
And not the short range one that we all know and love. Still a deadly brawler, but I'll be a little bit off in my analysis there that White doesn't want to rumble with it in short range. It might actually be alright to do that. Okay. Decisions are being made, I presume. I don't know if COD wants to take a risk here of jumping that Grasshopper over the mountain and going for whatever that mech is that we don't know what it is, the slow one.
What can I do for you?
Alright, decision time.
Yep.
It's not going to be an easy shot on that Wolverine, that is for certain.
Engaging jump jet.
I guess he's just going to fire the AC-10 to evasion strip.
Sensors locked on.
No, he's going to actually sensor lock to evasion strip. That's fine. Still not an easy shot. And he's only got one unit left with which to take a shot. Question is, has White overextended with this Wolverine? I can see COD very easily bringing all four of his mechs to bear on that Wolverine. I can't see the opposite for White. I can't see a position where he brings all four of his mechs to bear very easily. I feel like his mechs behind the mountain there are still a couple of turns off.
I hear ya.
And the thing is, you can sensor lock here, but what I would then do as White is just jump it away next turn.
I leap. I soar.
This is really defensive play going on right now. This is funny, this is the way I fish for mistakes from the AI, is to just play really defensively until a mistake is made, and then pounce on that target. And that's what's going on here.
They got a lock on me.
Alright, that Hatchet Man is badly exposed. I wouldn't reserve it again. Oh, okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because that hatchman is really badly exposed. I would be tempted to try and murder it now.
Commander? Up high.
Alright, it's not a bad shot.
Commander.
Oh, we got a headshot. That may not matter, but it's certainly not helpful. I don't know. I think White's position is weaker here because he's still got units trapped behind the hill. What is going on here? Is he going for the hatchet man? Yes, he is. Okay. Unlucky there. Maybe he would have been wiser to stick to the high ground where you receive an accuracy bonus. Yeah, now the hatchet man will just be jumped away. I just feel like White is badly out positioned here. He should ideally have all of his mechs ready to support this Wolverine, and they're not in a position to do that. Now this Wolverine's been moved, it's completely vulnerable. Okay, it is a pair of Wolverines. Okay, I'm not sure that shot really accomplishes anything.
Commander?
I'm not sure he necessarily needed to reserve there. If he was going to follow up with his other two mechs on the Awesome, he should have done so. Yeah, this Wolverine is totally exposed. Positioning down there in the water has also made it so that these two mechs, the Grasshopper and the not the Hatchet Man. Trying to think now, but basically these two, the Quick Draw, can now move up the hill and get an accuracy bonus against this Wolverine as well.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I get the feeling that this match is going to be a lesson on overextension.
Uh-huh.
These units are just too far ahead of the heavy support. And so what we're watching here is basically White is LOS blocked himself. So we're watching a 4v2 here, which is exactly what COD wants. And the Orion still doesn't have a shot here.
Right move.
I don't know why White is reserving. He should jump the Wolverine or sprint it away. He needs to re-establish the Wolverine's defenses, and he's not done so.
Got it.
Should not allow COD to go first here. And he had the option to prevent him from doing so. That's a huge amount of damage he didn't need to take.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
Okay, so I'm not sure how White comes back from this position. I still don't know what his fourth mech is because it's LOS blocked behind that hill for the entirety of this battle. He may lose a mech before it even gets around the corner. Evidently it's not got LRMs because it would have attacked by now if it did.
Internal structure damage.
I'm not sure how I feel about that move.
Minimal.
It certainly hurt though.
Reading you.
But of course it's a grasshopper, so he can just bounce it away if he so wishes. And honestly, he could bounce it directly behind the Wolverine, and the Hatchet Man would also be behind it. But he's going for the side here because he knows the side is so damaged.
10-4.
Yeah, it's the whole side gone.
Scored a critical hit.
I wonder if my little prediction here that the Wolverine will be dead before the fourth mech even gets around the corner for a White. It's a suburban mech. Really? Wow, I feel like COD has got much better stuff. I was expecting something. I was expecting an assault. So we got an awesome quick draw,
Awaiting
a
order.
Hatchet Man, and a Grasshopper against just a quick draw, two Wolverines, and sorry, not a quick draw. Two Wolverines, an Orion, and a Suburban Mech. I guess the Free Worlds League did not have much nice kit left to for White to use to spend. Not that I'm saying that the quick draw is amazing or anything, but I'd rather have the Awesome than the Orion, and I'd rather have the Grasshopper than the than any of those mechs, than the Wolverines. The Hatchet Man will easily be better than the Irby. All right, nice. I feel like this engagement is turning good for White. If only
Yeah,
he just held his Wolverines back
here we go.
for a couple of turns to just get the Orion and the Irby in position so that they could immediately engage. Although I suppose the Irby being late to the party is standard for an urban mech. I actually feel like COD should switch targets to the other Wolverine. I appreciate that the Hatchet Man had no other target to shoot at, though. But I mean, that first Wolverine's got no weapons, so as long as he keeps his distance from it, it's no threat. Alright, putting good damage onto the Grasshopper.
Internal damage.
If he luckily gets the Grasshopper, like if he rips its head off or like rips the side off like he's doing there, knocks it down and does some real harm to it, then this could totally swing this battle. Because that's an important mech for COD, the Grasshopper. We'll see.
Holding for the right opportunity.
A lot of reserving going on here.
I'm here.
He's going to jump brace and re-angle so that he doesn't lose the side. I think that's the right move. Let some other mechs take some damage. I'm not sure you can do anything with that mech now. Apart from maybe... No, I can't think of any... I literally cannot think of anything to do with that mech. Apart from sprint it away and hope it lives. It was just too far forward.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Okay, it's got sensor lock. Even less reason to put it right on the front line.
What can I do for you?
Well, this quick draw is running very hot, so if he's going to jump it, he'd better be prepared to pay the blood price for firing it. This is the quick draw that's got 2 less medium lasers and comes with an LRM-10. Still quite soft though. Alright, not bad.
When I shoot you, you'll take it and like it.
I don't know if he's got any weapons in there though. Oh yeah, that was his weapon arm. Damn. This is totally the wrong angle for engagement here from White. He wanted to actually come around the other side of the mountain. He wanted to shield arm from the other side. Coming out this way, he's actually exposed his weapon systems. It makes you wonder if that was COD's strategy from the very beginning to go left. To encourage White to also go left. That's some Galaxy Brain mind games if that was part of the strategy. It's so funny actually. Controlling what the other person does is a really critical part to winning fights. And I do it with the AI all the time. I know that if I do X, then the AI will do Y. So if I want the AI to do Y, I do X, conversely. And you can sometimes do the same with human opponents. You can,
Reserving action.
you know, break right. Not because you want to break right, but because you want the opponent to go right as well. And that conveys some sort of advantage to you. So maybe I'm overselling COD's planning here, but if that was part of his strategy, then I'm well impressed.
Confirmed.
I'm not sure that is necessary. That unit cannot do anything, so why bother shooting at it right now? I would go for the things that actually still have weapons and are a threat. Probably the Orion is where I'd start putting my firepower now, because he's already ripped most of the weapons off of the other Wolverine as well. The Irby has got a PPC, and that's it. So really the Orion is the only mech now that still has loads of firepower. White's given up the high ground here, but I'm not sure why.
What do you need?
It's got the hatchet man, it's got a hatchet plan. See, he's going to position himself as high as possible to increase the accuracy of the shot. Oh great, so he gets the kill. I'm just not entirely sure it was necessary to go for that kill right this minute. May have been better to start putting the hurt on the Orion. But fair enough. If he does get a good shot on the Irby, it might be worth just taking it down quickly. But I'm sure the DPS of one PPC is not going to really matter that much. Okay, so COD has not lost any firepower at all yet. I guess if White gets the assault mech, that'll be good in terms of inner sphere wars, because that'll be one less big unit that the Lyrian Commonwealth can deploy. But I don't think COD will let him kill his awesome. He's exposed his back there to the quick draw.
Yes.
Of course, if the quick draw turns around, then his back will be exposed as well. But only to the Irby.
Yep.
And I can't see a world in which the Irby gets a one shot on the back of a quick draw. He could actually hatchet the Orion.
Good to go. Yes, Commander.
Yeah?
It seems like COD is not quite sure what he wants to do. I don't know if he's moved that Irby yet. Haha, pushed in way too hard and this fell apart quickly. See, White has come to the exact same conclusion I have. It's really good to see the players understand, even during the match, exactly what they did wrong, because then they won't make that mistake again, and the matches will be closer and more epic next time. It's a very large map, yep. I spoke about that at the beginning at great length, because you guys, this map gives me a lot of time in which to do that. Now obviously White is going to fight to the end to hopefully get some kills, because that helps the war effort. But the real question is, what kills can he get? He's going for the awesome, It would work out great if he got it. I'm not sure he can get it. He's very aggressively going to go for it. But I worry here that COD will just jump in behind the Orion and just destroy it from the back. No problem exposing your back to the Irby. Oh, nice work from the Irby there.
Damn it. Commander, I'm hit.
Oh, a headshot! Another one! Maybe the Awesome dies to head injuries. But the Awesome's CT is starting to crumble as well. But here's the rear shot which I was talking about. If I'm COD, I risk shutting down to shoot that guy in the back.
Awaiting orders.
It's totally worth.
On my way.
Oh, it's an optimal shot from the water as well. Yep, go. Totally worth it. The Orion will not take much more of that.
Standing by.
He knows his Awesome is in danger, and the CT is badly damaged, so he's going to position for a side shot here to keep it alive. And I think that's wise.
Copy that.
If I were COD, I might consider just bracing it. Because he's going for the kill here. You're going to kill the Orion by shooting it in the back, not the front. Yeah. Oh, are you? You should brace it. Come on, you're hovering over the button. You know. COD, you know it's the right move. Brace this mech. It turns into a reasonably decent battle for the Free Worlds League if this assault gets killed. No, he went for the fight. He went for the firing.
I'm here.
I don't know, I feel like damage on the sides and front is wasted damage.
10-4.
But maybe he gets something done from the sides here. I would have been very tempted to just sprint forward so that next turn I could carry on shooting this Orion in the back. Then again, if he gets the leg, that will ruin its ability to fire for one round. I hope White gets this one killed, but I'm not sure he will.
Yep.
It's a good clean shot. It's a good clean shot on the side. Maybe he gets the side. No. AC-10 missed. Unlucky for him because it was like a 90% chance. He has a very good chance of declawing the Orion from the side here, which is pretty good in its own right. Yeah, LRM ammo in the CT. That Awesome is really in danger. And it's only going to take one big hit to the head and it's going to die as well. Yeah, he's just going to stand there. Yep. Full power.
Firing everything I've got.
Oof.
Getting pretty hot Commander.
Oof. Oof. Very lucky to have not had an ammo cook-off. I think the Irby is underwater. It's so small. If you're going to engage that awesome with the Orion, you need to do it now. Because your Orion's going down very soon. Nice. Oh, the CT's exposed. Oh.
Critical hit. Critical hit.
Oh, it's the arm that's opened up though, not the CT. Just one misplaced missile into the CT and the Awesome could blow up.
Yes, Commander.
He's hiding the front.
Go.
Definitely the right move.
Target's taken a critical hit.
Alright, there goes basically all of his weapons. Okay, I don't know if that really helps.
That hit something important.
Reading you.
Time to go for the Irby, I think.
Location confirmed.
The Irby actually has more firepower than the Orion now. Believe it or not. Oh well, whatever. Once Cod's got blood in the water, he likes to finish off his target. I'm not 100% sure it's always the right move, but it's, you know, he's won this by a pretty solid margin, so I'm thinking he can pretty much do anything at this point and still win. Oh, there goes the Irby. I got the arm.
Got a weapon system down. What do you need?
A little Irby that could.
I'm taking the shot.
Oh, the AC-10 missed again. Didn't matter though.
Mech destroyed.
Still, I would have potentially have preferred to put both of those shots onto the urban mech because it's actually got more, or you know, it had more firepower than the Orion at that point. And now, of course, he's jumping in closer to try and get this awesome. Oh, I think that was a CT hit.
They're blowing through my armor.
Yup, CT's opened. How much LRM ammo has he got left? Because if he's got less than half, it won't explode. Oh, more CT hits.
Big hit. That was a big hit.
Waiting on you, Commander. Moving out.
He doesn't really have much choice but to just fire. Yep.
Sensors locked on.
Oh no, he's going for a sensor lock. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
But you're never going to get a great chance to hit on a light mech, even an Irby. You've just got to volley fire at it till it goes down.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Some good hits there. And the funny part is that the weapon side is actually exposed.
Commander?
Oh, it's time for kung fu fighting.
Attempting physical attack.
He nearly got the leg. Nice. Come on, White. I want you to get this one kill. It's going to make a huge difference. I think the Awesome still has a lot of rear armor. Alright, he's hiding the weapon side. Good. Nice.
I lost a weapon.
He's cooking it. He's cooking the Irby. Steaming it in its can.
Yep.
You got a rear shot on the Wolverine there.
Up high.
The Wolverine may not have many weapons left, but it is in melee range.
Sensors locked on.
$89.19. It's not a lot of health. This match has totally become about whether the Awesome lives or dies. Oh, unlucky. Pretty much all of the firepower hit leg.
My mech's coming apart around me.
Good to go. Commencing alpha strike.
Oh, he's left his damaged leg exposed here.
Want some more, huh? Reading you. Move order.
I presume that COD once again smelling blood in the water is going to finish off this Wolverine. Or attempt to. No, he's aiming for the Irby.
All weapons are go.
That was some good damage considering it's a light mech. Oh, he's nearly lost the weapons.
Aye, aye.
If he loses the weapons, his dream of killing this Awesome is going to end. Yeah, wise man, he's showing his back because his back is fully armored. And that is a lot of armor, 95, 50. I don't think he's going to get the Awesome. And that's a shame because it would have been awesome. Ah. Unfortunately, there's 95 rear armor to go through. You're not going to get it. if you weren't going to fire at all, if it would probably have been better to not fire at all there and to just actually spin and brace, protect the weapons. But I don't see a world in which he closes back in on the awesome. The Irby's too slow.
Holding for the right opportunity.
He's waiting for him to stand it up for some reason. I guess so he can shoot the side and therefore focus fire all the damage into the CT. So interestingly, if you shoot it while it's lying on the floor, you know, and it's like 54% chance to hit CT, the rest of the damage is going to go everywhere. But if you shoot a side where the side is missing, all the damage focuses into the CT.
Yes, Commander.
He doesn't actually have a side shot though. Okay, Hatchet Man providing sensor lock.
What can I do for you?
That is some pretty good chances to hit there.
Take this.
Wow, he did not hit the weapon block. That was lucky. There's only 4 HP in the side torso.
I'm here.
I think this will be the end though.
Order acknowledged.
Ah, precision strike.
Fire
Harsh.
all weapons.
Goodbye.
Enemy eliminated.
Awaiting orders.
Sprint away. Rear towards enemy. The Napoleon tactic.
What do you need? Got it. Confirmed.
Alright, all of that focused on CT. Next hit will be fatal. You might as well just eject now, my friend. Just hide behind the rock. That was a cold shot!
Taking heavy hits, Commander.
Yes,
Uh,
Commander. Location confirmed.
You should have done a cold shot for the head. You already hit the head twice.
Affirmative.
You might have actually ripped it off. GG.
Destroyed.
Unfortunately, I think this battle was lost very early on, and I think White realizes it. He did not get the awesome, so House Steiner here got themselves 4 kills pretty much for free, which is unfortunate. Right, that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.